So it's important to get your stickers prepared before you go into the store. So I have my first one ready in my hand to go. And we're going to place it on the back of a package. So actually when the person gets home, or even better at the checkout, it gets read aloud at the checkout or at home. And it's about planting a seed of awareness. Just want you to feel guilty just for 1 second. All right, let's go inside. All right, so look at this. Tyson's. Let's have a look. Tyson's dead animal parts from animals that don't want to die. Alright, number 2. Quite a popular item for most people. That's one of my regular items because it's yellow and the sticker kind of blends in. All right, next item. $2 for $5. Sorry. Okay. Quickly. And you know what? I used to eat this when I was on a budget. Well, I still am on the budget, but I don't like someone else to have to die for their pleasure. So, alright, mission complete, 8 down. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of activism. It's 3 in the morning and I got these stickers here. They're pretty big, as you can see, and they just say the words eating animals. It's kind of weird, right? Alright, let's hit the streets so you can see what I'm going to do with these. Now, if you're interested in buying some of these, you can get these from PETA. Just search PETA eating animals stickers or eBay, whatever. But I get these from PETA and they're $2 each, free shipping. And I actually bought 40 of these. I've got a whole bunch of them right here. And we're going to go out and do some animal activism right now. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit the streets. It's 3 in the morning. We're going to put this on stop signs. Location undisclosed. So it's going to say stop eating animals. And the idea in planting this, what I call a seed, is to get that person to think, hey, wait a minute, I'm guilty. I'm responsible for their death. And that's what my goal is, planting seeds. So they, in turn, might wake up to the truth. Let's get out there. So there's a lot of risks and a lot of dangers going out at 3 in the morning in America. First of all, there's dangerous people on the street. Secondly, is putting stickers on stop signs is not actually 100% illegal. Or legal, should I say. but let's get out there and plant a seed. So let's look at the word integrity. What am I gaining by coming out here and planting this seed, right? Do I get a commission? Do I get anything? Nope. I have to do a quick observation, so I'm going to pause the camera. So, found the street that we're going to place our seed. You can't really see it right now. I'm going to zoom in. This is one I put on here about 4 weeks ago that says stop eating animals. It's probably impossible to see right now with the noise, but it stayed. And there's so many people seen this, so this is actually a really bad neighbourhood. And we're going to go to the corner street and put one up here. It's pretty high, so I've got to jump. You ready? Yeah, it's a little crooked, but hopefully we have 1,000 drivers that come by and think just for a second, oh, am I doing something wrong?
Wow, I could hardly see driving home. I'm a terrible driver at night time, especially in the rain. It makes it twice as worse when I put my glasses on. But somehow, some way, we always make it home safely. Alright, you want to see me cook some food? Let's cook a little bit of cruelty-free food.
Alright, hey everyone, so short video. What do vegans eat? Well, this is $1.69 here. This is some green lentils. I'm going to bring these up to the boil. We're going to add 2 tomatoes, an onion, some garlic, and we're going to make lentil soup. So let's go and continue with our green lentil soup. We're going to chop up 2 tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes. And to be honest, I usually just buy whichever tomatoes are on sale. Right now in Kansas, these are $1 a pound, which is a very good price. That's another thing. People say to me, you know, going vegan's expensive. Well, it is if you buy the processed vegan stuff. But if you just eat the wholesome, natural foods like rice, breads, vegetables, fruits, beans, it's actually cheaper to be vegan. How about that? So what I'm doing here, I'm chopping my tomatoes up into just little tiny pieces. My lentils are already cooking. It's kind of important you have a sharp knife when you're chopping your vegetables, and try not to cut your finger off. I seem to do that all the time. So if there's anyone watching that's tried to go vegan and just can't give up the taste, or just didn't know what to eat, well, firstly, let's define the word vegan. The word vegan actually is not a diet. The word vegan is kind of a way of living. It's to cause the least amount of suffering you can to an animal. So whenever you're thinking about what am I going to eat, think about the definition of the word vegan. What can I eat that causes the least amount of suffering to animals? Now, did you know you can buy vegan steaks, vegan chicken. I'm going to show you real quickly. Of course, I have all that stuff in here. This is Beyond Steak, where no animal had to die. This is all plants and actually zero cholesterol too. Low in saturated fats, and there you go. So for those that say, oh, I can't give up eating meat and steak, no one has to suffer. This one here too. This one's made out of mushroom root. This is the classic steaks. This is a twin pack on sale right now, $5. No one dies, no one has to suffer. There's no excuse. I have a lot of junk food in here. This is the expensive stuff though, about being vegan. These chicken sliders. How about that? 100% plants and vegan. When they call food vegan, they mean it's suitable for vegans. Alright, let's get this tomato in here. So when I go out to restaurants, it's kind of very hard for me because most of all my friends are non-vegan. I only have a few, a very, very small amount of vegan friends. So going out to a restaurant can be very challenging. I always like to pick the restaurant. There's a few of my favorite places that are pretty much 99% vegan. And I always encourage everyone that's with me to purchase something that doesn't cause suffering to an animal. Well, I mean, why should anyone have to suffer, right? For our pleasure and our taste. Just think about that. You know, when you're enjoying something, that someone somewhere out there is suffering because of you. All right. Is that it? My girlfriend showed me how to make this soup, and it's cheaper than anything. 2 Roma tomatoes were 48 cents. The lentils were $1.69, and like 30 cents for the onion. So we're just going to dice this onion too. So I live in Kansas, and where I actually live, there's not many vegan restaurants. I would have to drive, you know, to a different area to where the vegan restaurants are. But there's an app you can put on your phone called I think it's the Laughing Cow. Let me double check on that. I'll put it up on the screen here, the name of that app. But you run the app and it tells you all the vegan restaurants and all the vegan options available for you. I've been to a restaurant once with a family, and there was nothing on the menu for me at all. I couldn't believe it. I had to sit there. It was horrible for me. And my friends just like didn't even recommend somewhere else. They just wanted to eat there so badly. It's in front of me as well, you know. Alright, so we have the onions in, the lentils in, the tomato, bit of garlic. You know, the best thing I've ever done in my life was go vegan. Because when I went into the grocery store and I would pay for steaks or pork chops, chicken legs, eggs, cheese, whatever, I didn't realize that someone had to suffer because of me, because of my purchasing choices. So I went vegetarian at first because I just kind of wanted to give something back, and I felt sorry for the animals, and I also felt somewhat a little guilty. And then I watched a documentary called Dominion, watchdominion.com, and that changed my life forever once I saw the truth of how the animal gasps for the last breath while the life's stolen from them. You know, they don't want to die, and we're directly responsible for their death. When you're eating a sandwich, a chicken sandwich, or someone's leg, we're directly responsible for their death. Little salt. Alright, I think I have everything in there now. Gonna bring this up to the boil and let it simmer for maybe an hour. Let's get the lid on, and thanks for watching.
So, as a vegan or a vegetarian, what do you think could be wrong with cheese? Apart from there's nothing good inside cheese, it's loaded with bad cholesterol and it's actually bad for you. However, so cheese has an addictive property called casein, so that's why people love cheese so much. And when we purchase cheese in a grocery store, what are we actually paying for? We're paying for the milk that was taken from a pregnant mother's child. That's right, the mother's child never got to see that milk. If they were female, they would have been separated from mum and forcibly impregnated every year to continue selling milk so you can eat your cheese. A piece of cheese. The male calves in the dairy industry, worthless. They're sometimes killed a few hours old. Guess what? For your piece of cheese that you must have, why don't you try eating vegan cheese, where no one has to suffer, no one has to die.
So hey guys, it's my car. If you haven't watched it already, check it out. It's watchdominion.com. This is why people go vegan, for the ethical reason. So we're at a church here in Topeka. They're actually closed, which is perfect. So now I got this idea from the animal rights group PETA. I actually have some of their literature too. I have a pamphlet of how to go vegan, animals should keep skin, don't dissect animals, Creation Church pamphlet. That's it's actually a vegan Christian church, and you can check them out online. Just Facebook or YouTube, Creation Church, and check out their list of documentaries, videos explaining, you know, about really that animals don't want to die, and our food choices can cause animals suffering or mercy depending on what we choose. Alright, so this was the idea. This is called a blessing box at the church, so we're going to open the blessing box and just pop them in there. There we go. Hope someone will be blessed. You know, Jesus says in Matthew, correct me if I'm wrong on the verse, I'm not 100%, I think it's chapter 3 verse 7, where Jesus says, learn this verse, I require mercy, not sacrifice. Just had to show you this in the library. Living vegan for dummies. That's how easy it is to be vegan.
The hidden truth. This is what grocery stores don't tell you. Pigs spend their entire life in concrete sheds, sent to gas chambers when they're 6 months old, and have a knife to their throat, screaming, begging for their life, ripped from their mother for what? Your place, taste and pleasure. Ask yourself this question. Whose life is more important? Yours, the animals, or your stomachs? Can you not be showing mercy to these animals and let them live and eat a plant-based chicken leg or a plant-based burger? Where's your empathy? Where's your kindness? Isn't life precious? Check out the documentary Dominion at watchdominion.com. Make up your own mind. Don't be manipulated by this world. Thank you for watching.